Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddham dhammam sangham namasami. So welcome those in U2 land. This evening, we're going to do some reflections on qualities of mind, expansive qualities of mind. And there's teachings in both in the middle-length discourses, in both the Greater Discourse to Rahula and to the Simile of the Saw, on reflecting on the elements in a particular way, the earth element, the water element, fire element, the wind and space, in a way to just a visualization to help with the expansiveness of the mind. And also it touches on or actually directly touches on the Brahma Viharas, especially Metta Bhavana. So connecting the expansiveness of mind, the visualization of the expansiveness of the earth, and the expansiveness of our hearts or our minds through this kind of visualization, and to overcome aversion also with these contemplations. So I will start just with the reading of these reflections from the suttas. And this one comes from the Greater Discourse to Rahula, who was the Buddha's son. And this is the instruction the Lord Buddha is giving to all of us as well. Develop meditation like the earth, for when you develop meditation like the earth, agreeable and disagreeable contacts will not invade your mind and remain. Just as people throw clean and dirty things on the earth is not repelled, humiliated, and disgusted. Agreeable and disagreeable contacts will not invade your mind and remain. So I'm going to pause between these readings to give people a moment to really allow this to sink in. I'll just repeat this again. Develop meditation like the earth, for when you develop meditation like the earth, agreeable and disagreeable contexts will not invade your mind and remain. And this reflection is from the Simile of the Saw, Majjhima Nikaya number 21. This great earth. Suppose a person was to come along carrying a spade and basket and say, I will make this great earth be without earth. And they dig all over, scatter all over, spit all over, urinate all over, saying, be without earth, be without earth. What do you think, mendicants? Could that person make this great earth be without earth? And they reply, no, sir. Why is that? Because this great earth is deep and limitless. It's not easy to make it to be without earth. That person would only eventually get weary and frustrated. In the same way, there are these 5 ways in which others may speak to you. Their speech may be timely or untimely, true or false, gentle or harsh, beneficial or harmful, with a heart of love or with secret hate. When others speak to you, they may do so in any of these ways. If that happens, you should train like this. Our minds will remain unaffected. We will not blurt out bad words. We will remain full of compassion with a heart of love and no secret hate. We will meditate, spreading a heart of love to that person. And with them as a basis, we will meditate spreading a heart like the earth to everyone in the world, abundant, expansive, limitless, free of enmity and ill will. That is how you should train. The earth extends beyond what we can see. This is my words here. We can't actually see the end of the earth when we look out. So we should sense or imagine the limitlessness of the earth. Sense the vastness, the powerfulness of the earth. Sense the heart, and imagine it being abundant, expansive, and limitless like the earth. So this is the meditation to compare this sense of the expansiveness of the earth and sense that in our hearts and expand this loving kindness outwards to all beings. All beings that roam the great earth. And now we'll contemplate water. And this again is from the Greater Discourse to Rahula. Meditate like water, for when you develop meditation like water, pleasant and unpleasant contacts will not occupy your mind. Suppose people were to wash both clean and unclean things with water. The water isn't horrified, repelled, and disgusted because of that. In the same way, meditate like water. For when you develop meditation like water, pleasant and unpleasant contacts will not occupy your mind. So this is developing equanimity towards contacts. Whether the water has clean things placed in it, or whether we're washing filthy things, the water is not horrified or humiliated. So continuing to consider the water element, the Buddha has the simile in the Majjhima Nikaya, in the simile of the Saw Sutta, the Ganges River. Suppose a person was to come along carrying a blazing torch and say, I shall burn and scorch the river Ganges with this blazing torch. What do you think, mendicants? Could that person burn and scorch the river Ganges with a blazing grass torch? No, sir, the mendicants answer. Why is that? Because the river Ganges is deep and limitless. It's not easy to burn and scorch it with a blazing grass torch. That person will eventually get weary and frustrated. In the same way, there are 5 ways in which others may speak to you. Whether it's true or false, whether it's timely or untimely, whether it's spoken with a heart of loving kindness or inner hate, whether it's beneficial or unbeneficial. No matter how people speak to us, we will meditate, spreading a heart of love to that person. And with them as a basis, we will meditate, spreading a heart deep and limitless, like the Ganges, to everyone in the world, abundant, expansive, limitless, free of enmity and ill will. I ask you to imagine the vastness and power of the great Ganges River, deep and limitless. It just keeps flowing to the sea. So no matter how anyone speaks to us, no matter what contacts we have, something as insubstantial as speech, whether it be pleasant or unpleasant, whether the contacts are pleasant or unpleasant, our minds can remain unaffected. For when you meditate like water, pleasant and unpleasant contacts will not occupy your mind. So now we'll consider the fire element. So the Lord Buddha is instructing Venerable Rahula, his son, meditate like fire. When you develop meditation like fire, pleasant and unpleasant contacts will not occupy your mind. Suppose people were to incinerate both clean and unclean things in a fire. The fire isn't horrified, repelled, and disgusted because of this. In the same way, develop meditation like fire. For when you meditate like fire, pleasant and unpleasant contacts will not occupy your mind. So we'll continue now with the wind element. Meditate like wind. For when you develop meditation like wind, pleasant and unpleasant contacts will not occupy your mind. Suppose the wind were to blow on both clean and unclean things. The wind isn't horrified and repelled and disgusted because of this. In the same way, develop meditation like wind. For when you meditate like wind, pleasant and unpleasant contacts will not occupy your mind. And now we'll go to the space element. Meditate like space. For when you meditate like space, pleasant and unpleasant contacts will not occupy your mind. Just as space is not established anywhere, in the same way, develop meditation like space. For when you meditate like space, pleasant and unpleasant contacts will not occupy your mind. There's no place for no space. Space does not allow anything to land. It's not established, doesn't allow things to establish in it. So we'll end with this reflection from the simile of the saw. I shall draw pictures in the sky. Suppose a person were to come along with dye, such as red lac, turmeric, indigo, rose madder, and say, I shall draw pictures in the sky, making pictures appear there. What do you think, mendicants? Could that person draw pictures on the sky? So they say, no, venerable sir. This person is saying, I shall make pictures appear on the empty space. How do you conceive this? Because would that person draw pictures? Would he make the pictures appear on empty space? And the bhikkhus answers, no, Venerable Sir. Why is that? Because that empty space is formless and invisible. They cannot possibly draw pictures and make it appear there. Thus, and eventually the person would reap weariness and disappointment. In the same way, there are these 5 ways in which others may speak to you. Their speech may be timely or untimely, true or false, gentle or harsh, beneficial or harmful, with a heart of love or secret hate. If that happens, you should train like this. Our minds will remain unaffected. We will blurt out no bad words. We will remain full of compassion, with a heart of love and no secret hate. We will meditate, spreading a heart of love to that person, and with them as a basis, we will meditate, spreading a heart like space to everyone in the world, abundant, expansive, limitless, free of enmity, free of ill will. That is how you should train. This is the Buddha's instructions to us. So we can sit quietly and find yourself a comfortable position for meditation. And I will end the period in about a half an hour. I will abide with a heart imbued with loving kindness, abundant, exalted, immeasurable, without hostility and without ill will. So we can end the session paying homage to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Arahant Sama Sambuddho Bhagawa Buddham Bhagavantam Abhivademi. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Namasami. Supatipanno Bhagavato Sawaka Sangho Sangham Namami.